I'm very tired right now, but I have a cup of coffee next to me, so I might get progressively more energetic as this video goes on. So Texas, a video I said I was going to make a month ago, kind of like the Albuquerque video. All comes full circle. Texas was great. I greatly enjoyed the weekend I stayed over at Texas. I did not see any cowboys there, in case you're wondering. So how did it all begin? Sometime between 2014 and 2013, regular old Saturday morning. I'm over at one of my good friend's house when he says to me, "Hey, want to go to my dad's house?" I say, "Sure, where is it?" And he replies with, "Texas." The amount of times I've said Texas already, I realize how stereotypical the thumbnail is already going to be. So I reply with, "Oh, Texas. I'd love to go to Texas, even though I've never wanted to go to Texas. Let's do it. I'll go ask my parents." Okay. I've already used this joke. So I asked my parents, and they have absolutely no problem with me going. They were just like, "Okay, you just gotta write down the phone number and then call us if you need anything." Even though I didn't have a phone up until 3 years later. So I packed up as much useless stuff as possible and walked over to my friend's house, who conveniently lived next door. Now see, I didn't go to Texas just to have fun. I actually went there to get the United States nuclear codes. Okay, let me specify the conditions we're driving in. Yeah, we drove to Texas. It was hot, so that's already 10 points down. They had leather seating so our skin would stick to the seats. And we had to drive 6 hours there. Great. And you know when you drive really long in a car, you lose all feeling in your legs? That's basically what happened whenever we got out of the car. I've never felt a more comfortable feeling in my entire life. So eventually, and I do mean eventually, we get to his dad's house. And I was super happy about being there because I didn't have anything to entertain myself in the car aside from some stuffed animals and some Bill Nye the Science Guy DVDs. Bill Nye the Science Guy. So I was very happy when we got to his dad's house. And let me tell you, Texas is pretty. So then we went in his house. Looked like any other house to me. It was a cool house though. They had a big screen TV, a PlayStation 2, and lots of food. And I love food. But that was only the first day. The morning of Sunday morning time, I get in the shower, and then my friend says to me, "Hey, we gotta go clean the backyard." I said, "What the heck are we cleaning the backyard for? I came here to relax, dang it!" He said, "My dad's having a party tonight." I say, "Okay, let me get my clothes on." Okay, we go to the backyard. Okay. Now in real life, my hair is naturally messy because I like it that way. So when his dad saw my hair, he was like, "Boy, what do you have your hair like that for?" I said, "I like it like that." He was like, "Okay, you could have it like that. Just put it back a little bit." Okay, I did that. So we spend 2 hours in Texas heat cleaning a backyard. It was a job promotion party, so that makes sense. So after the 3 hours, we just go upstairs and just be lazy. Now, I hadn't mentioned this before, but a couple years ago, if I was away from home for any amount of time, I got very homesick. I just didn't want to go outside that much. So when the night started to finally roll around, people came in, like a lot of people. Like, as far as the backyard went, there was people. Lots of drunk people, because it was a job promotion. I mean, yeah, it was your typical adult party, you know, ping pong table, beer pong, beer. There was one thing that his dad did that was just a little weird. I wanted to play ping pong, and the dad told me, "Hey, Mateo, only the big boys out here play ping pong." And then he took a ping pong battle and slapped my butt with it. A lot more of an innocent joke back then than it would have been now, don't you think? The only cool thing about the party was that he had a projector and it was playing a Marvel movie, so we got to watch a cool Marvel movie. That was good. The dad also had a man cave and we had a blast in there. I don't know what it was with me, but I probably drank a lot of soda that night. Like every 5 minutes I went to go grab a can of knockoff cola. Needless to say, that Coke was not disgusting because I drank about like 50 cans. Remember earlier I mentioned I got homesick easily? Well, this was a perfect time to get homesick, don't you think? It was in the middle of the movie when I kept thinking about my parents and my home and my bed and my stuff, and then I was like, you know what? I think I should cry right now. So I ran upstairs and then basically cried for like 3 hours. I'm a wuss. My friend came upstairs and he was like, "Dude, what's the problem, man? You're having a great time." I am having a good time, but I just want to go home, man. You know, I just want to go home. So he dragged me back downstairs. We finished the rest of the movie, and then we went to bed. And then the next day, I went home. And guess what we had to do? Again. Commute 6 hours back to Albuquerque in the summer heat with leather seating and Bill Nye the Science Guy DVDs. I got back home safely. Okay, bye.